Good morning, good morning, good morning. Listen to all those beautiful sound effects. Bam, bam, bam. Hi, everybody. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you can hear the sound of my voice, you have successfully tuned into Grandma Plays a Game, and Genwa and Wolfie play sound effects. That's all right. Grandma can play sound effects too.
I'm in danger.
Who's fucking driving the ship?
No
Got a bad
idea.
feeling about this.
Oh, me too, baby. Me too. I'm so glad you can be here right now, Wolfie. You don't usually. It's Sunday, isn't it? You don't usually make it on Sundays. Not for very long, so I understand if you can't be here for very long. And good morning, Genoa, the Queen of Chat. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here today. So, Wolfie, I looked on GOG to see if I could find something that it was doing to cause that. I really think it's playing it through GOG. I've never had the stream become unstable at almost exactly the same amount of time into stream. And so what I did is I turned off the cloud saves. And I am just crossing my fingers that turning off cloud saves will mean that the game isn't trying to communicate with GOG at all, or GOG isn't trying to access save files. So I don't need cloud saves on this game. So it's the only thing I could see, because it's not one of those always online games the way like Hitman and some other things are. So it doesn't need an active internet connection for anything else that I can think of. But I also know when I was playing New Vegas had a tendency to crash because of the autosave function. And most people who experience those crash issues, I'm running it through GOG. Yeah, because I opened GOG to open the game. Should I just go to the exe file? I mean, I don't have the game open right now. I can just go to the exe file on the PC. Is that a better plan, you think? I don't mind doing that. I just have to find it. Because it should be on my manage installation show folder. Yes, it's on the gaming computer. Perfect. Running it standalone. Sure. Do I have a shortcut that launches Dishonored 2, and that's an application file. That looks like it. Yeah, the only problem is, the nice thing about launching it through GOG, 15 stream streak. Damn. This cute butt and voluptuous bosom just keep you coming back. Grandma's milk and cookies bring no boys to the yard. And she says it's better than yours. Oh, he says it's better than yours. So if I use it, why doesn't it tell me that it's an exe file? I love spending time with you too. Genoa, no. See, that's why we have that. We have forgotten our naughtiest roots on this channel, and it's disturbing. The nice thing, well, I don't know. It's entirely possible. If it's the application file and it says Dishonored 2, it's in the GOG library under Dishonored 2, and it has the little icon as the thumbnail for it. The other one is the Launch Dishonored 2 shortcut. Ensure the game is running on your primary graphics card by navigating to Options from the game's menu, selecting Visuals, and then under Video Settings, check that the video card selection. I will do that. Okay. I hope everybody's doing all right. I'm really sorry we had to miss last week, but it was the best thing for me because I ended up losing my voice, and when I got it back, I sounded like this. And it was really weird because I didn't have a sore throat. My neck hurt. Like the pillars that support my neck and down around my collarbone hurt. And it was some kind of weird bug. It reminded me of the virus I had when I was in South Korea. That's what I'm thinking about doing. The only thing that may happen is we might get obnoxious splash screens. Let me exit GOG and try double clicking directly from the directory. Yeah, we're going to get splash screens. I have an executable loaded into the GOG launcher that eliminates these. And it took me forever to find it. But there was an archived... Oh, I hate this. That's really my... I can probably make a bat file if I can even remember how to do those. Alright, let's check the graphics card thing. And please, 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 well, that should... All it does is it skips loading certain files on startup. So that, software-wise, should not impact how the game runs. Because that's the only time those splash screens show up. Oh, I've been playing Cyberpunk, and all my key presses are gonna be... Oh! Under video settings, check that the video card selection... Well, to be fair, I only have the one graphics card. So it might not give me an option because it's already like, yeah, you only got one. You don't need a choice. The choice has been made. Yeah, good thought though, Jen. Because anytime you mess with how a game launches, you have the potential of messing with well, you should be able to see on the screen right now. These are my options. Let's go to advanced and see. No, there's no more. And it's not about performance or stuttering. It's about my connection to Twitch going from excellent to unstable. And that says to me it's not something that's happening on my computer because OBS is not recording... Well, it is recording some FPS errors. That's true. Oh. No, I normally don't mess with any of that. It does not have a turn me off setting. We're not going to get 120 frames per second, but because I went ahead and put in OBS, because OBS could be part of the problem. Trying to talk over this music is a pain in the ass. Okay, let's change this setting. Because that's definitely talking about if this is off, it could result in a higher but unstable frame rate. In 1 frame latency. Okay. Well, we've got, yeah, we're going to apply those settings. We'll try. I just don't want to have to reset the stream or anything. I set OBS to 30 frames per second because you're not going to notice it on this game anyway. Oh, setting it lower? I thought that, for some reason, I was thinking that would make it work harder. I mean, we can drop that to 30 because that's what I'm telling OBS to show you. But I'm playing in 60. Remember, OBS is downscaling, and I'm not compromising on that right now. I don't want to... I didn't get a 4K monitor to play the game in 1080p. Plus, we're perfectly capable of streaming Cyberpunk with the same downscaling, without any hitches. So, okay. Well, I have to trust people who work backstage on these things. Let's do this. No, 45 is a dumb number. Nobody uses that. Oh, I need this music to stop. Can we just go, please? Shh. I might regret this save because I'm not sure if I went back to the black market. Okay, well, GOG is closed. So, if nothing else, we will get our confirmation. Oh, I need to... Dang it. No, I don't want that. Okay, I'm trying to fix this stupid... You know, you used to be able to just go to device settings on a computer. I set the admin computer because during the week I don't use it as much. I start out my day with it, and I know you're stuck on that screen for a moment. Ba, 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 ba. Thank you, Jen. Deep breaths. Everything's gonna be fine. All right, settings. You just give me... The old school one, not the Windows. We made it easy for you. Isn't Clippy wonderful? No, Clippy is not wonderful. Advanced display settings. Christ on a cracker. I want the one that shows me everything. System components? No. Okay. Well, I don't. Friggin', I need the. No, I don't want brightness settings. I don't want that. That's not the advanced settings I want. Oh, I hate Windows so bad. Device manager, that's what I want. Well, I don't have a looking glass. That's gone. I'm on Windows 10. All right, I'm typing in device settings instead of device manager. There it is. Okay, thank you. I was just using the wrong word. Monitors. Um, no. Oh, is it under power settings? Probably. Well, that's really weird. It's not showing me what it showed me the other day. I've turned on the timeout for the screen in the power settings to time out the screen. Ah, there it is. Found it. Display. Advanced power settings. Why did it change that? Okay, you can't see what I'm doing because I'm on the admin computer. That's the hard disk. Where's the display? There it is. Turn off after, and the setting says never. So why did it turn off? Oh, I love how everything is not where I'm used to finding it. Yeah, the control panel is I just have a personal hatred for Windows. That's all. It's personal. Ever since Clippy. And then the constant need to make it so that all the things I knew how to do, because I was a computer geek in the 80s, that they pretty much disabled a bunch of that. Okay, I should be loaded up on everything. Good. All right, so that's a good save. Okay. And that's that. That's block. Okay. You're on win 11. I'm yeah, Jen, seriously, this is why I can't sell my car fast enough. The Sentra. Hello, my little friendos. Oh, come on. Oh, we changed something in settings. I normally don't have to move the mouse quite this hard. This is probably going to be one of those things that because I've pulled those coins out of there, now the safe won't have the $1 million. There's something, it feels like the mouse, I've got the mouse cranked up. Oh, here we go. It had one more level. It should be at like 1200 DPS right now.
Could that be Stilton?
It is. We have to go upstairs and down. So we're in the home of Aramis Stilton. Wow. I didn't drop gameplay. Is he rumpled? Ha! Tori can't even drive anymore. Oh, I'm sorry. No, the mouse... I rarely change the mouse DPI, except... Alright, let me see here. We didn't change the game settings to 30 FPS, did we? Yeah, we did the limiter. I don't think I like it. I only changed the okay. I only changed this. It's only output at 30 frames per second. Good morning, Knights. How are you? We're just working out little tech things as always. Limit will limit you, but OBS will capture 60. Well, yeah, OBS is capturing 60, but in the downscaling, the output is at 30. OBS settings output video. Yes, common FPS values output. It's capturing 3840 by 2160. Output is 1920 by 1080 using Lanczos at 30 FPS. Okay.
Stilton's sealed off from the rest of the district.
Oh, that's already better. Okay. Ooh, treasure. Okay, that's not where I want to go. There's a big old hole in the floor. It's over here. Guys, what? They're like, there's loot over here, Grandma. There's loot. You come get the loot. Come on.
We're your little ratty friends. Yay.
I dreamed the
We
Duke
love
and I
you.
were hunting. But the deer had faces.
No. I know, I love the Rattos. What's the problem you got? Well, what we were having the last couple of streams is somewhere about an hour or so into stream, I start dropping frames massively, and my connection to Twitch becomes unstable. But it's only happening on this game, so we were suspecting GOG as the culprit. Which I still think is the culprit. I'm running it not through GOG today. So sadly now we've changed a bunch of things and our experiment is no longer valid because I've changed too many variables. Wait, who's that? Oh, that's messed up. I don't care who you are. That's messed up.
Tide is leaking, coming out of the walls. It's ruining the carpets.
And then about 3 minutes later, it would be fine. And it just wasn't making sense to me, dominantly because
The Duke is in the garden digging up corpses, and he has learned how to sing. She'll know what you mean.
I can stream Cyberpunk for 4 hours and not have that problem.
Guards, my servants. Am I alone in here? I'm never alone. Or I'm always alone.
Okay. Our health is fine. We don't have powers anyway. 1852. Yeah, I know. One variable at a time. Oh, it's Emo Boy.
Something inside Aramis Stilton snapped like a cheap lock. A part of him and a part of this house never left that evening. The Duke's inner circle are still gathered here,
but
setting their grand plan into motion.
my first thought was to turn off cloud saves.
A part of Aramis Stilton is always here, still breaking.
Yeah, and this is not a
Void
brand new
is
game
not
either.
exactly a place, and it's much older and stranger than you could ever know. It watches you from within. And at the heart of Stilton's house,
Unskippable
through
cutscenes.
a pinprick left behind by
Oh, good.
Delilah's little trick.
Well, I'm not running it through GOG anyway. I've changed all the variables because I'm suggestible. Try this, try that, try the other thing.
Take this.
Yeah, because it would be a certain timing.
Go
I think it was like
and watch the Duke
just
and
past an
Delilah.
hour
See
into
for
the stream,
yourself what they
which
did.
would match up with being like just past the game start, because I don't start the game the second I start the stream. So once the game was on for about an hour or so, yay, we got the timepiece. Look what we can do.
By the void.
By the void. Hey, Aramis. Does he smell like perfume? Is it a cheese-scented
Thing of
perfume?
Bones that Ashworth made. It's on the ceiling. I hear it at night. Bones from the deep, far beneath.
This man is not okay, y'all. You might stream Cyberpunk? Nice. I might go back to it. I'm having once again, and this happened before with the game, I have a really hard time staying motivated to keep moving through Dishonored. And probably because I'm not as invested in the story.
Under my shirt.
Aramis Stilton?
Theo, warm the quilts, will you? I feel like it's going to be cold tonight.
What else does he have to say?
They're bad news from the mines. I can sense it.
Smells like pee.
How many dead?
Smells like a musketeer. Wasn't Aramis one of the musketeers? So one of the cool things you can do. I gotta remember being trapped in here. The first time I played this, I was trapped in this room. I had no idea how to get out. Ooh. Oh, and I keep using right click to back out of things, and Arcane Studios is like, nah, though. You shall not get away with that. In fact, Cyberpunk trains you to do that. And then next thing you know,
The only way out of here is through the present, using this timepiece.
yes. It's not, though. That is not the only way. Because that door is locked in the future. See, there's a door here, and if I go to the future, it's locked. I can keyhole peek, though, and see what my friendos on the other side are doing. You shipped the laptop back? Oh, I cannot work. He was the third of the original trio. Where's the two people who are normally here? Are they gone already? Exit keyhole just sounds dirty. Oh, come on. The display is still going black. Oh, did I turn on a screensaver as well? Maybe I gave it a black screensaver too. I honestly gotta say that the little tiny, like, inch by inch track pads absolutely freaking annihilated me. Or the little tiny mouse stick that they stuck between G and H, I think it was. A little tiny knob button kind of thing that was supposed to be like a joystick to control the mouse cursor. You're like, nah. I like using trackball. Trackball is fun. Okay. Do I need to do anything else in here? I don't think so. I can't remember if I'm supposed to trank dart him now or later. I don't think it matters right now, so I'm not gonna. Wifey bought a PC yesterday. Yay! So much more powerful. Oh, I love that. Having a great time playing games. Oh, yay! Getting the upgrades on this computer, on the gaming computer last year, like, that was one of the first things I did. No, you didn't. Just waste ammo. I'm not putting up with it. The keyboard booger. No, I didn't mind trackball. Trackball was always really comfortable for me to use. But then I also grew up with arcade games. I forgot I have to equip this stupid thing. Where is it? Alright, we'll put that at 5, because I have a special key for 5. And then we can put Mama at 6, even though I never really use her. But I will be using bullets way less. Okay. I forgot you have to equip this thing. Okay, are we... A new pen screen for art. Oh, I have wanted to do that for so long. Please try not to forget that we're doing a no-kill. And that I do have lean.
Stilton's home was quite nice before whatever happened.
He's made a dog's breakfast. Do with a request like that? Who's got a gooseberry one? Of course.
Gooseberries. Does anybody else in the world understand gooseberries? Display build that a game store was selling. Okay. I need to get a key. I think from those guards. I'm trying to remember. I need to get a key to something. No, you don't need to be a loot for all the time, Grandma.
He tugged on it nightly, then ever so slightly, it grew to be large as a narwhal.
Somebody must be reading a little bedtime story. Getting into Doctor Who! Oh my gosh. I got into Doctor Who during the Tom Baker, Elizabeth Sladen years. I.e., the best years. Okay, so that's already broken. And I'd love to use this. GTX 1080. That, you see, I had a 1070 right up until fall of last year. And I could play everything I wanted to play. So... I have to get a key off of somebody, and I can't remember where it is. Okay, he's going back the other way. Okay, well. Straight to hell if I don't change my ways. Master key. Okay, I can't rewire things. Well, that's the key I wanted, so I was right. I needed to get a key out of that room. Oh, we have an ad coming up in 4.5 minutes. Tori and I started watching the new stuff on Disney. I'm gonna do a save game now, because that was, pure freaking luck that I remembered any of that. Made sure to check compatibility and performance lists. Yeah, that was me for the longest time. Like, I didn't have games that I mean, I had this, and I think it would have looked better, but I don't mind being a little bit behind the times. It really... I was fortunate enough to have housemates for a long time, and I've always had friends for a long time who've been like, I must have the newest thing, and they've really been happy to discount or straight up give me their old version of whatever they're getting. So, the Gaming Templar. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. No, I did, I think there was only one Doctor Who I did not care to watch, and that was Matt Smith. And that's because he brought a kind of clownish flavor to Doctor Who that I just felt was, it wasn't the seasoning I wanted on my Doctor Who pot roast. Yes, ads incoming! Oh, the Gaming Templar, thank you. I haven't even been handing out blankets at all. Oh, there goes the screen again. Oh, why did I do this to myself? I forgot to undo all of that before stream. Okay. Well, at least it's not the gaming computer, so... And I don't have to click anything. I can just shake the mouse. Shake your mouse. Shake your mouse balls. All right, you guys are talking computer stuff. I'm going to, I have the save in. Good, good. So I can back out to OBS. I also have to make sure OBS, it has also dumped the game sound on me via Alt-Tab. Like, I don't touch any other setting, and I will Alt-Tab out to OBS, and game sound will have been... on the equalizer will have been dropped all the way to 0. And I have no hotkeys for desktop audio. None. But I remember, dude, I didn't have an answering machine. I was working on a 1080 leading edge Model D computer with no mouse, with no modem until 2003. I think it's borderless borderless windowed. Sparrow the Gray, hello. Why all the grandkids have come in. I need to do this. You graduated! Bam, 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 bam. Oh, where is the bam, 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 bam? Here, let's get that going. Congratulations! Oh, I'm so happy for you. Well done, Sparrow. Well done. Of course you have to share. Grandma's proud of you. Ads coming in 20 seconds. Let's run to the break screen. Everybody stand up, refill your beverage of choice. Oh, I'm so glad you popped in, even if you only stay long enough to say that. But please hang out for a while. Have a blanket. And I'll be back in 2.5 minutes. All right, love you. Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome back. Okay. Oh, there, I found it. I found it. I found it. Okay. There we go. Apply. I had added a screensaver as well. Perfect. Well, that's turned off. Okay. Marvelous. Washu. I just saw the image in. Wow. You drew those? Oh my goodness. I would love for you to share those if you are willing to share them in my Discord stuff. Holy moly, bro. You are just chock full of talent everywhere. Oh, wow. Okay, sorry, none of you can see what I'm looking at. Oh, if you can hear the sound of my voice, you have tuned into Grandma Plays a Game. Hi, I'm Grandma, and this is my channel where I play games. Oh, it's not your art. I got you. Okay, okay. The coloring. Look, I had two friends who worked on the... There it is. Who worked on the Bashki Hobbit back in the day. She is severely autistic. I mean, to the point where she is absolutely unable to look people in the face. She's like 10 years older than I am. So old school. Because basically they just tried to beat it out of people in that era. Like, just stop doing it. Because, you know, you can do that to mental illness. Yay! Boomers! But she also worked on the Pirates of Darkwater, which you true nerds know. And that's what she did. She can draw gorgeously, but her primary job was doing coloring and background stuff. And that's one of those thankless jobs. I think sound engineers actually get more attention than colorists in animation. Mom was that era. Yeah, left-handed people, right? That's why the left side was always referred to as the sinister side. I forget what they were. Yep, my older brother, same thing. Rapped on the knuckles. Because, yeah, I mean, shame training and all of that fun stuff. But we don't have to put up with that kind of shit. Well, I don't know. Let's not talk about real life and terrible people. They're just out there. We're trying to escape here in the Pillow and Blanket Fort while Grandma derps around in Dishonored 2. And I have done a successful in 2 spots so far where I actually remembered what I was supposed to do. Yeah, I learned a lot by tracing, and I remember other kids would be so shitty about it. And it's like, but I'm training my hand. It's like expecting somebody to learn how to sing, but to never mimic a singer. Or, yeah, Dishonored is full enough of terrible people. I think we have our fill just right here. Especially this one with Delilah. Thief Gold? Thief is OG. You're talking about the old school Thief game, right? That came out around Arcanum? I like stealth games that give me the option to not stealth so that I feel like I'm making a choice to stealth. But my current Cyberpunk build, I'm playing another female V. I went back to Street Kid, and she's bumped up with body, tech, and int with the highest armor cyberware. So she's got like 500 something armor right now. I'm also level 4. I've got her to level 43. The super old one. Oh, I wonder if I have any free claims. I should go look. I never look at GOG. They're wonderful. I just, when I'm playing a particular game, I tend to hang out on that platform, and I have almost everything else through Steam except Fallout 1 to New Vegas and the whole Dishonored series. Games that give you options, playing Red Dead Redemption. I'm amazed at the number of, well, I shouldn't be amazed at the number of British people who really not only get into Red Dead Redemption, but into the RP side of things. I mean, even Ox Venture right now is playing Deadlands, and they're all doing their best American accents, which I think is fun because of how often they are subjected. Like every fucking TTRPG that's streamed out there has at least one American doing a questionable British accent. Okay. Shall we go play a game? By the way, if you can hear the sound of my voice, you're watching Grandma Plays a Game. I'm Grandma, and this is my channel where I not only play games, but also sit and have lots of chats with my community. Because I love them so much. What are we doing? No, I do not want to do that. Escape. No. 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 Just there. That's what we wanted. Okay. Nope, cannot get my uppies because I don't have the extra jumps. I don't have. I'm using no powers. All right. Well, the master key should get me where I want to be. Oh, why does my neck hurt again? Yes, the American West. I mean, bandits and outlaws. Exactly. Yeah, as long as you don't get into the Hollywood version of the Old West, I feel as though, and I've listened to a historian. I've taught the era of the westward expansion. The way Red Dead portrays it is historically the most historically authentic representation of the Old West of most media. BioShock. I cannot play BioShock. First of all, because I don't want to play as the protagonist. I don't like him. I'm not a fan, I gotta say. It's a fascinating story, and I will listen to retrospectives and philosophical analysis of it all day. Like Relaxed Swede. That's another YouTuber I listen to. Relaxed Swede, Wise Fish, Shaped by Stories, because I really like how Liddy gets into the philosophy of things. But people who do really high quality retrospectives and not just gameplay analysis, but story and character analysis. on games. I just find that really impressive work. But BioShock is an incredibly impressive story. It's very tightly written. Okay, why am I looking at this? I will take your pouch. I don't need your bullets. Do I need anything in here? I saw something shiny. Oh. Not for me. Ah, yes. Ah, yes, I remember it well. The commutative rats and the weeper. I don't think I've seen commutative since I was teaching math. The commutative property. And nobody see me. Why are you gonna play that sound? Do not touch the statue. Fernando, do not move the statue by yourself. It's heavy and unstable. We'll wait for Jamie to come back and do it together. I know you meant good by putting it in the hall, but Mr. Stilton is not the type who enjoys contemplating his own face over dinner. Also, this bust was a gift from the Duke's father, the late Duke Theodanis.
I'm in danger.
Yeah, you and Fernando. Sad memories for Mr. Stilton. Anyway, the statue's back in the vault, but he wants it facing the wall, which is going to require some sweat. The good news is that he agreed to remove that creepy painting he bought at the flea market from the dining hall, so I put it in there as well. Manny! You can enjoy the Hollywood version. I don't, because it's not true. Yeah, it is a manufactured, curated, white savior history that is far more patriarchally rooted than the actual West was. I mean, if you tried to say that, yeah, you could not maintain traditional patriarchal family structures without a lot more equality between partners. And the freedom for enslaved Black Americans, formerly enslaved Black Americans, is never represented. Or it's somebody who is fulfilling a stupid stereotype. The spaghetti western, yes. Revisionist western? I feel like revisionist is what I usually mean by people who don't represent the actual history and just show what they want. But the spaghetti westerns were fun because it was an Italian interpretation of the American West, which made it less hateful than the Hollywood version. All right, we need to take that. I need to shoot that. Open this. Ooh. It makes me happy. All right. Anybody in here? Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? Okay, so far so good, kids.
I wonder what I was doing in Dunwall on this night. Or what I am doing.
Oh, we haven't looked at any calendars to remind us what year it actually is. Lucia Pastor. I was going to say revisionist is not forte for the movies. I like the actual proper historical movies. Right. Isn't, yeah, tell me where they subvert the traditions of the Hollywood style. Okay, yes, there you go. Thank you, Wolfie. Yeah, Gaming Templar, I'm with you. I think that's not for the... But I think I get what you mean. Yeah, I really enjoyed teaching Westward Expansion. I learned a lot teaching pioneer history and things like that. Yeah, there was a lot more egalitarian society with pioneers. Have you seen my plan for the masks? I think if I could have gotten into the lore of this game better, I wouldn't have so many problems staying motivated to play. Ugh. But I just can't stay motivated to care about the lore. Let me be real with you. Alright, we're gonna look around. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I have a marker. Equip the heart. You equip a heart. Oh, I have to walk past it. Ew, what was that? Ew. So I think it's empty here. Oh. I thought too soon.
I hate this wool. It itches like...
Ahaha, suck it, puppy. I know there's a way to do this. I know there's a way to do this. Stupid dog. I don't think there are guards. Are there witches in the, No, Wolfie, I'm glad you took a moment to, Poor pupper. You need to, just have a little moment of chill, pupper. This place really is full of coins. There's treasure everywhere. Okay. You can't do it like this? Nope, apparently not. I thought I was being clever. Nope, it won't let me. Oh gosh, I didn't even see all that up there. Yeah, it's you guys are working it out. Yeah, I don't really care about that. It doesn't count if I kill the puppers. Right?
Shifts. 12 I'd bet a week's wages.
Upsetting them. Go away.
Okay. I want to get in that room. Aha. Oh, I need to do a thing up here.
Everything's all right.
There's a nest keeper up there. Right. Okay.
They don't like you. Nothing I can do about it.
Okay, I gotta pause for a second because I want to come just take a quick peek here. Hi, Elaine! Yeah. Well, and it's hard to know, from a different culture what the pejorative terms are and things like that too. So, yeah. But I mean, that's a colloquialism commonly used by people who are portrayed as ignorant or not very smart using. And it used to be used in cartoons, like Bugs Bunny cartoons, all the time. First Nations is always a good place to go. First Nation people. Native Americans is always a good way to go. But yeah. And I am absolutely completely disinterested in the pushback from certain groups in our culture. Like, shut up. You're one of those all lives matter idiots and you just need to shut your whore mouth. Nobody has time for that. Get out. Okay. Hi, Elaine. I should hand out a couple here. Oops. Try this. There it is. That keyboard is in complete darkness. I can't even see. No, you never intend offense, Wolfie. And there have been other times in other discussions. And anytime I have said maybe, look at a different term or something. In fact, everybody here, one of the reasons you are all still here, and I hope that you have the same. Oh no, Twitch doesn't even know I'm here, darling. Me and the 3 people who show up regularly. We're all good. And if they do, I'll just stream on YouTube. Which isn't any better. It's really difficult for me to try to do YouTube because while I have a channel branded for me, I made it a second channel under my actual name Google account. And in order to stream from the grandma channel, I have to use my main account. I don't have my name out there in very many places. Stream on Discord, I would have to pay them money in order to get any kind of quality, right? They don't just give you. Plus the fact that I really cannot stand Discord. Honest to goodness, I don't know how people find it convenient. YouTube would be my next place to go. But they're about to get worse. Everything's just on its way to getting worse, which is why we're just going to stay here and remind ourselves that as long as we maintain our better selves, my good deed for the day yesterday, my pat me on the back moment yesterday as I was getting out of my car at the grocery store, underneath the car that had just pulled away in front of me, and they were gone down the parking lot, there was a $20 bill in the parking space. And you know, I picked that up and I took it into the service desk and told them if somebody calls in about that, because I don't know, that could have been somebody's last $20 and they had it out because they needed it. Yeah, but Twitch has to want to go after you. Like, in my opinion, somebody has to be out for you to, Okay, I need to get to a place where I'm overlooking the back garden so I can sleep dart Stilton. Well, I don't know that I need to sleep dart Stilton. Speedrunners sleep dart Stilton. Because I think that
getting good and drunk after this.
I think I just saw something.
I've got to get back to Dunwall. I feel so bad. I haven't seen the kids in 2 years.
Dang it, why has that guy got to be all aggro with me? Oh, loot. You had an account banned? Oh no! I imagine there could be people who come in because there are, you know, gamers gonna be gamers, right? Eh. I don't know that I actually even need another key.
One night at the body house.
Nope.
One night.
It gave me an opportunity to pickpocket this guy. Did I not do it? I don't understand what's going on. Maybe I already did it. Oh, yes. Tell us if you want to. Would you get banned for, Templar? I think it would be easy for somebody who is like the Gamergate crowd or something like that.
Nerves a shot.
Right. Perfect. Well done, darling.
Whatever happens seems to be centered at some focal point.
It'd be easier if we could open the door and get closer. You sure the combination you saw doesn't work? I got a glimpse of Stilton's notebook last month, but he must have changed the combination since then. Damn. What are they doing?
Yeah, knights and shitification and dumb. This is having taught Renaissance and Enlightenment and eras of invention and intelligence and discovery. To watch what's going on now and just be like, this is the endummining. Really, honestly, the more access people seem to have to stuff, information,
They don't want you here. Why are you hiding?
because you want to hurt me.
Go away. You're a bad woman.
I am. Why am I not running?
Hey, who is?
No idea.
Out of the mood. Show yourself.
Oh man, my run is not working either. Okay. Oh, he's telling us. He's telling us. Gaming Templar says, can I read this out loud? Whoa. Is it okay if I read this out loud? Oh, a streamer I used to watch had a P.O. box, and I asked him, does their P.O. box in X city allow packages above a certain size limit? Mind you, she had the city listed in the P.O. box. I got reported for doxing. Damn. I actually took down a stream one time because the first time I met Black Wolf Soul, I went and pulled out one of the plaques I got in the military because I was assigned to the wolf pack in South Korea, where Black Wolf Soul was living. I think they're in America now. I hope they're in America now. And I showed them the plaque that had my whole like name and the dates that I served there and everything. And I like was not paying attention. I was like, oop, I think I doxed myself. Yeah, except that it didn't start with that. That was the whitewash that got put on it later. Of, yeah, sure, that's why it was. We just wanted this innocent thing that other people want too. You know, it's like how racists in America go, look, we just want there to be less crime. So if you get rid of the brown people who do crime, then there will be less crime, right? And they make it seem like, well, of course everybody would want that. You'll hear it all the time with manipulators. Well, it's just common sense. And the common sense thing is never the thing. But I agree with you. It's really important. There is too much nepotism. There are too many trust fund babies who've never run a register in their life, who actually don't even know how much it costs to live a life. Oh yeah, it became toxic as fuck. Yeah, and you're talking to me. I used to be in the Conservative Party. I used to be a conservative Republican in America, and they started turning, like around 2008, like right around Obama, I started seeing all the racism coming out, and I'm like, nope, I'm out. I'm out. Bye. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, they don't know how to find facts. Well, and also because of the influencer trend. And it's the same thing that happened to many American churches, is that what you have in a lot of places is a pastoral figure who is an influencer. And so what they say becomes trusted, but there's no vetting of what they're saying, of who's saying it, or what they're saying. And that's where Rush Limbaugh got away with a whole lot of bullshit. And I know the bullshit because I used to read, they used to publish transcripts of his show afterwards, and I'd go through and read sections to stay up on things. I used to read the Drudge Report and a whole lot of different things. And it's about, yes, I think Gaming Templar, you absolutely know. I've heard the bad information from both sides of the aisle, and there's bad information everywhere, and the most important thing when educating is to talk about whys. So when I would teach historical conflicts and wars and things like that, I would talk to the students about the root causes, not necessarily which country, which date, which time, because what you want to see are the through points that tie things together, and that the sameness of certain things. Yeah, good conversation out here. I'm an independent as well. I'd never liked, I think we just allowed them to be bankers. We allowed both of the major parties in our country to basically print money. And that was the beginning of the end, because then they control who's allowed to run wearing their team jersey. And then they started tribalizing stuff, and it just reinforced itself into a point now where it's just entrenched. And I think it's kind of like when you talk to a young couple who hasn't had sexual intimacy, and then you talk to them after they've had sexual intimacy, and that relationship can never go back to what it was before then. Well, it's not meant to be a sports team, but that's the way it gets marketed, because that is brand loyalty. Everything goes back to Madison Avenue. Oh, the stock exchange is hilarious. if those were horses instead of corporations, you'd just call it gambling. It's just institutionalized gambling. And then once everybody got in on the game, but these are just my opinions. Your mileage may vary. And I'm not supporting any sides of anything except for quality of life for everyone around the globe. But starting in my small circle and moving out from there. Okay. Okay. Ad starts 5 minutes. Should we just do the ad break? Okay. I don't know if this is a different key. I might not even... Yeah, that's why I loved Doctor Who. Like NASCAR drivers. Yeah, but we also need to go back to the idea, in my not so humble opinion, elections didn't used to cost millions of dollars, and it's not because the value of a dollar changed. It's because elections became expensive for the same reason that colleges became expensive. Same reason. The same reason that well, let's just stick to those two. They became expensive because they could get expensive. And because the people who wanted what they were offering were willing to pay more. So they were taking more. Well, them versus us is what keeps all of us from getting together and going, yeah, the problem is unfettered, predatory capitalism that profits from misery. So, there's also another, college board members. You really want to get back into the weeds of where a lot of money goes. Campaigns became expensive because when you realize, too, that 60% of campaign funds go to media, and who was running the media. See, it's a real fun little money laundering scheme. Yeah, that was all a deregulation of finances through the 80s and the coke-fueled stockbroking of the 90s laid the foundation for what we have today. And the accumulation of wealth in ads coming soon in the canopy. And then the starving out of everything on the forest floor in the canopy jungle. And now there's people up in the canopy who've made being low income, moderate to low income, so fucking miserable, they are terrified of getting booted out of the canopy. And it's like, because there's no branches on the way down. There's no place for them to land but the floor where the rest of us are. And, you know, when you look at statistics from 2010 that show 50% of employed individuals in the United States made $30K or less per year. That's a lot. That's a little. That's a lot and a little. Rise up, resist, and disorder. Oh, that was definitely the 80s. Everybody was opening credit cards. Anybody who could start a credit card, you bob down the street, had a credit card company. Yeah, here, get credit from me. And setting up at college campuses throughout the late 80s and 90s. But you say, why did they jump their prices? Because of who their board members started becoming. You look at the board members for colleges. It don't take much. Spouses of politicians, CEOs of corporations. We're gonna take an ad break. Hey everybody, what do you say? You come with me to this screen right here. And I'm gonna press the button to start the ad. And everybody stand up, stretch a little bit, take some deep breaths, and refill your hydration vessel of choice. I will be back in 2.5 minutos. Okay, BRB.
Do it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I made you take a silent break. I didn't see the no music. Thank you, Wolfie. Used to be free schools. Yep. And indoctrination. But the other thing I think you have to understand is that throughout the 80s, everybody was told, oh my gosh, college is going to be so expensive. You need to invest in the stock market so that you have enough money to send your kids to college. Right? People got told. And they also got told it's going to be so expensive because look how we're demanding to raise teachers' salaries. If they're raising an elementary school teacher's salary to this, what's it going to cost them to hire a college professor? They were going to have to pay college professor. Well, did they? No, they didn't. They froze teacher wages after about 5 or 6 years, and then they never went back up. And then now they remain among the lowest paid employed people. I mean, there are some folks who manage to get good contracts and unions and things like that. Dumb people vote against themselves all the time. Yeah, that's why you want politics to be a sports team. Yep, they do. Having been a teacher who worked for $8.50 in the early 2000s, I agree. But they told a lot of people to put their money in the stock market so that they would have money. Their money would go to work for them and they'd have enough to send their kids to college. Well, who had the disposable income for investment at that point? People who had generational wealth, who all tended to be a very particular color, because generational wealth was being denied to lots and lots of other people. So those were the folks who had the easiest time investing. And next thing you know, you've just got money being pulled out of savings accounts and banking and getting tucked into the pockets of stockholders, shareholders on Wall Street. So, yeah, it was, it's a big convoluted puzzle that is so complex. There's no way it was ever anyone's plan to execute. But I think as certain people saw things going more and more in their favor, they started working the system to continue to favor them. It's no different from hackers in games. When you find an exploit, you don't suddenly publish to everybody that you have that exploit. Yep, keep people out of education. I saw recently and I was like, oh, that explains it. We never had unpaid internships. Unpaid internships were invented to keep people moving out of poverty, out of valued positions in the white wealth canopy. Yep. His policies directly. He personally doesn't do much more than the guy who's up there now. The capstone on the pyramid is visible to everyone, and their job is to sell the policies to the public. And there are, basically the plantation owners. The plantation owners who became the tobacco giants, who still resent their product being shut down by people who cared about humans not dying painfully of cancer. It's there are constants throughout human civilization, and if you really want an eye-opening for it, go to I think it's Classical Liberal Tripod, or find any source where you can read Cato's letters, C-A-T-O. The same thing was happening at the end of the 18th century in England. I just don't think it was a plan by a cabal or, the Illuminati or any of that stuff. I think it was people taking advantage of exploits they found and then finding ways to generate and codify those exploits so that only they could have them. Kind of like how Greg Abbott in Texas ended up winning a lawsuit regarding the accident that put him in a wheelchair, and then as soon as he got into office, unplugged access to those types of lawsuits for anyone else. He's a fascinating piece of shit. If teachers are paid more, they won't have the motivation to work harder to get promoted. Teachers don't need to get promoted. It's a mastery job. You would say, do I need to pay a sensei more? Does a sensei need to get motivated? Yes, I get that it's sarcasm. Of course it is. It would have to be. If teachers were paid enough. Yes. Then they wouldn't be so valuable. Right, they're so precious. To push a lot of the agenda that, yeah, of course he did. It was the Nixon Republicans, Roger Stone, and I mean, who puts a tattoo of Nixon on their back? Who does that? And they just want the same thing that the plantation owners wanted. Goes back to the roots of the country. It's just straight up greed and superiority. They want primacy. We want to be the only ones who are allowed to play. Hit the enter button instead of backspace. You're okay. I end up being able to translate most of it. Yeah, it needs to be a vocation, man. That's why I didn't fight for higher pay, because I was teaching as part of my spiritual journey as a vocational thing, since I couldn't find a convent to join. And I didn't really want to live in religious community. I'm a hermit. I kind of don't want to live in any community. Should we play a game? Would you like... It says Grandma plays a game down at the bottom of the screen. Should we play a game? I mean, we can continue to analyze cultures and societies. This is not a new story. This is not a new story. This is a story that has been told over and over and over again in human civilization with, yes, instead of grandma talks. Well, and it's more civics and government, I think, and economics and how things play out. But I feel that my opinions on these subjects are valuable. Okay. I can't remember where I need to go. Oh, right. Oh, hey, it's a pupper. Ooh, that took a lot. Did a nice flip at the end. No, it isn't. Really? Yes, it is. The game sound is gone. Thank you. I did nothing. I swear to you, I didn't touch anything. Thank you. Oh, hang on. The thing is, there is this determination for those who teach that makes them incredibly valuable as a group. It's the same with doctors. I mean, when you think about it, teachers are intellectual physicians. The disease we teach is ignorance, and we're here to heal you to the best of our ability and enable you to gain mastery. That's how you fix education. Just make everything mastery based, and influx of suboptimal. That's what they're doing. They're not even requiring certificates in many areas. Because they're like, well, God, I mean, fast burger flippers make that kind of money. Why do you need a degree? Okay. I think that was Le Solo Pupper. Do I need to get... I think I need to get through up there. Oh. I need this. And this. Okay, who else do we have here? Anyone Bueller? Okay. I collapsed the balcony. Pretty sure. I really don't understand why the game sound does that. Look, we haven't gone unstable. Oh, I guess I need to keep this. I'm not out of bolts, am I? No. Okay.
Someone is asking for trouble over there.
They must be hiding close.
Very close. She's right behind me, isn't she? Man, Emily jumps better than my cyberpunk character. Oh, I can't quick save when I'm in combat. Okay, let's see if I can take out the nest keeper. I still can't get over how friggin' effective that very first stun mine was that I put down. So I need to get a code from the Duke.
Why do you do that?
Because it's just so fucking easy. Almost 2 hours, no issues, right? I wonder why there's so many blood flies. You know what I haven't checked all day? I'm gonna be broken. Oh, thank goodness. No kills. Woo! I have not checked that all day. Okay. Quick save the game. There we go. That's what I want. Rune. Yeah. I did not know how to use this dynamic the first time. So what we need is a combination
seems to be
to get through here.
Point.
Oh, hello? Thank you. I'm just going to check game sound again. Let me check something. What? If I hold down the page down key, it drops the volume by increments. Page down is not hotkeyed to desktop audio. It's hotkeyed to the scene change. Look, you guys have plenty of places out there in the great wide open to go for political analysis and evaluation. The thing that I feel I'm obligated to tell you is that this is not the first time this type of circumstance has been brought to a culture, and historical study will help you to look at the signs and to understand the root causes of things and how to stay out of the way. Prepping dinner with Ms. Templar. Oh my goodness. I love it so much. Sound like Wolfie and Wolfie Wifey. And Jen and Tori. Okay, so that's the door we need to find.
The combination to Stilton's study.
Yes, you do. And I'm pretty sure we're going to find that out here. No, I did just check my stats. You missed it. What? I checked them right before you typed that. Why did it give me a kill? Oh, the nest keeper caught fire. Well, I think I quick saved after that, didn't I? Wait. I might have quick saved before I incendiaried. Ooh, thank you, Wolfie. I had just checked my stats and it said 0. I forgot that I keep thinking that he's like the puppers. All right, we're going to go rescue him then. Hey, guys. And just keep him out of harm's way. There you go. Ooh, good catch. That would have hurt my heart if I'd have gone through and I'm not going to stay on too much longer because I have to roast a pork butt, which is not the butt of the pork, it is the shoulder butt. It is the butt end of the shoulder cut. But they had a special because the store received some that were underweight. Whew. All right, let's check again and just make sure. Thank you, Wolf. Save the day, and then he leaves. Who was that masked stranger? Yeah, well, I'm going to do a pulled pork. And I didn't want to buy liquid smoke, so I'm experimenting. Okay, I love you too, Wolfie. See you tomorrow. So my experiment is I bought 2 very small smoked ham hocks, a tuxedo mask. I bought 2 small smoked ham hocks that I'm going to put in with this little 2.5 pound boneless shoulder. And then we're going to let it sit for like 6 or so hours at like 250, 275 in the oven. But I need to see if this works. I'm just hitting the wrong buttons now. This is a good spot to save the game and start tomorrow. There is a book right next to where Stilton, pardon me, is standing. Nice. I can't believe it. I'm really glad I can sort of halfway remember what I'm supposed to do here. Oh, I think this is where I sleep dart him.
Protecting Stilton back then. This is the night that things went bad for you, Stilton.
Always alert. Always. They don't get saved twice.
This is to keep you from seeing whatever drove you into a nightmare tonight.
It's your time. Oh, fuck.
Woof! And he missed.
By rendering Stilton unconscious, I changed the past. But how?
You have to understand. I'm going to call for help if you don't go. Leave me alone.
Okay. Well, they followed me. So, it's time. It's time. I'm so glad we had this time together. Let me take a quick look at Templar and Miss Templar. Look at you two. Oh, I love her dress. Aww. Thank you. Thank you, Templar. I wish you so many happiness. So many happinesses. Wonderful photo. I was looking at the pictures you sent before I close out stream today. And we're just going to make sure that I have that save right there. Wait. Okay, I'm going to make this a hard save. Oh, thank you for sending them. I love love. I love seeing happy couples. I love seeing people who've been together for decades. I love seeing people falling in love. It's a beautiful thing. I used to wonder, I'm like, are you a romantic or something? No, it's just that that's not something I crave enough in my own personal life to get over my shit. So, I mean, we'll just start with I don't like being touched. Makes having relationships a little bit challenging. So, anyway. Okay, let's go back to the screen. So I'm going to have to figure... Oh, desktop audio is gone again. How? I don't understand how. Is it the down arrow key? When I'm in the game? No. That's so odd. All right, well, we're closing up house for the day anyway. And just make sure that I did that save. I did. Okay. That's enough Dishonored 2 for the day. Okay, we'll come back up here. Thank you so much for being here, to all of you. I appreciate you and your company. But yeah, we're all going to take off now. Celebrate your father-in-law's birthday. Very nice. All right, off you go. Happy birthday to you, father-in-law. Mother of or father of Miss Templar. That's fabulous. Look, y'all, the rules remain the same. And why, I brought that up about grabbing that $20 and taking it to the service desk inside the store in case somebody called about it. Because just because we see things going on all around us, bread making time for you, woo, I love it, of other people doing wrong, it's never going to justify who we choose to be in the present moment. And as I'm constantly reminded, the truest freedom you have is the choice to be who you want to be, who you are driven to be, who you are challenged to be. That is a freedom. And so I want you to take that on seriously, to say who you choose to be every single day is more important than what you do for a living or any of those things, how much stuff you have. Who you are. And that's a decision that you get to make moment to moment. And when you wake up tomorrow, you can say, I think today I would like to be slightly better than yesterday. And you get a fresh start. You're allowed to do that. And that's why I keep encouraging you to be kind to yourself, because it is a constant reminder that kindness exists when we choose to bring it into the world. And being kind to yourself is a reminder that A, you're capable of being kind, and B, you are deserving of kindness, even if you are the only one around to be kind to you. Say something nice to you. Feed yourself something nice. Take good care of your body. Feed your appetites in healthy ways. And remember that I love you. And that's all I want for you, is to be your most authentic and best self. So until I see you tomorrow, or whenever I see you, do something kind and nurturing just for you. And have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, middle of the night, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you tomorrow, where we will finish up Stilton's Manor, hopefully. I think I'm going to have to pull out a stun mine and kite a bunch of these fools into my area. We'll see. I might go watch a speed run just to see what their little sneaky strats are. I love watching Sarah Death. Absolutely hilarious. So, okay, guys, we're gonna go to this screen over here, and we're gonna change that to this and not that, and I'm gonna give you this. All right. Please remember that I love you. See you tomorrow. Bye.